Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. It's Cook and Inspire back in the kitchen again with Chef Garnet. And I'm telling you, man, today is going to be an awesome cook-up day, you know, because we'll be cooking curry goat. Many people have been requesting this for a long time, curry goat, and today it's finally here. But before I get into that one, let me introduce to you, we'll be doing roti today. We're not going to do rice. And I've a special guest in my kitchen today who's gonna do roti for us, you know, which is my brother. Yeah, his name is Garfield. Yes, it's the Chef Garnet. This is Roti Garfield. Yeah, so come over here, let us see who are you. So ladies,
yes,
he's engaged, yeah? So
big up Cook and Inspire, you know?
Yeah,
Chef Garnet in the kitchen, just here to give him my support. You know, I'm gonna be in charge of making the roti this evening. I have all my ingredients over there already, lined up waiting to get started. So I'll give it back over to Chef Garnet and he will take it away for you.
yeah, man. So let's stay right here. Don't go nowhere, you know, because he's gonna do the roti for us, as he said. You know, and he will take you step by step, stage by stage, how to do roti. And, you know, so just stay tuned and follow. And enjoy as well, you know, because we get to interact and to talk and to fight. Joking, I'm not going to fight today. So,
No fighting in here, no fighting in
no
here.
fighting in the kitchen.
When we cook, we have to put love into the food, and then the food come out
Yeah, man,
sweet
so-
and nice.
As you see, we have washed our goat, and you see it's that changed color. You know, it's a bit more white now than red before. So wash it with lemon juice and vinegar with some salt in it. So first of all, what I'll be doing, I'll be putting some vegetable oil on my goat. Right? Reason for that, so that the season can stick to the meat. About 2 tablespoons of vegetable oil I've put on that. Yeah, so I'll give it a little mix. And don't forget, when you handle meat, always keep your surrounding clean. You know, you don't want cross contamination and, you know, food poisoning. You know, all of those stuff. Right, so we're going with 2 tablespoons of allspice. We'll be going in with some all-purpose seasoning. 2 tablespoons. You want to get a good marinade going on in there. Right, so we're going in, we don't use too much powdered seasoning, so we're going with some allspice seasoning. There's herbs and everything in there. We'll be going with 2 tablespoons also. I'll be going with some ginger and garlic and pimento powder mixed together. So 1 tablespoon of that. And I like to use a bit of cumin seed in my curry. I don't want to use too much because cumin is, I think, will overpower. Just need a few seeds in there to just give it a little kick. Just crush them like that. You know. Here we have some Italian herbs and seasoning. I've got some chili seasoning. Because don't forget, now curry goat, you need curry goat to be spicy. I use some coarse black pepper. I'll be using some pink salt. I like to use pink salt whenever I'm doing anything. Don't forget, these seasonings, they contain a lot of salt in them, so it's best to add salt after you have seasoned your meat and it's cooking. Yeah, so as I said, I like when curry goes a bit spicy. So I'll be using 1 teaspoon of jerk seasoning in there. You can try it at home. So here we have some pimento berries. You know, this is part of the main ingredients for curry goat. So what we do, we put them down here. What we're gonna do, we're gonna crush them a bit. I'm just gonna use a knife to crush them a bit. You know, just to release those flavor in those berries. You know, okay, you wanna cook them whole. Yeah, so I'll be going in with at least 4. I know curry is supposed to be rich. At least 4 tablespoons for now. You need the curry to rich. So I'll rub that up and I'll see if it needed more curry in it. You know, for those of my viewers who are not from Jamaica or the Caribbean who do not know about curry goat, this is one of Jamaica's favorite dish. You know, you have to have curry goat in Jamaica, especially if you're having a party. You know, any function, get together. You know, it has to be curry goat and jerk chicken. All right, so this is what we do in Jamaica. This is what we eat in Jamaica, curry goat. Yeah, so that's what I'm gonna use my hand in there. I'm gonna put my gloves on first. So I think that needs a bit more curry in it. So let's add a bit more curry. So here we have now some scallion, which we call spring onion, washed, prepared already. So I'm just gonna cut these up in small pieces. So here we are. So we have some onions. I'm just gonna let my eyes go watery now. Just gonna chop these up fine. Oh, and it has to add ginger, you know, in there. Just squash it out a bit and then chop it up fine. I'll be using some fresh thyme. Let's chop these up a bit. And we've got some garlic. We got 6 cloves of garlic. You can use as much garlic you want to use. Just squash these up a bit. Right, so here we are. This is our last ingredient for our curry goat. It's very essential that we use Scotch bonnet pepper in our curry goat because curry goat has to be spicy. So, you know, try and get a few of the seeds because the seed is the hottest part in the Scotch bonnet pepper. Put my gloves on because you gotta get all those seasoning down in those pieces of meat in there. So what you do, just get your hands down in there. Look at that. Let's get all those season down in there. So here we have it. Our goat well seasoned up. If you take a good look at that, you know, I'll leave that for at least 8 hours, you know, for it to marinate. And when that's ready, when that's all marinated and ready, I'll come back and show you. So what I'll do now, I'll cover this up, you know, with a bit of thing over it. So I'll leave this. You can leave it in the fridge, depends on how warm the room is. You can leave it out for 8 hours because it's not going to go off because all those seasoning and all those ground seasoning on it, you know, it's not going to go off. But you can put it in the fridge if you choose to. You know, I'm telling you, man, this curry goat is going to be awesome. We're going to go in with just a little bit of olive oil. I would say around 4 tablespoons of olive oil. I'm not using regular oil at the moment. I normally burn my curry. Some people say they don't burn their curry. I normally, it's nothing to do with curry urging your belly or anything. The thing is, when you burn your curry just a little bit, that burn it so it's black, it gives the goat a different flavor when you burn it a bit. That's my opinion. That's how I find it. You know, so you can do what you need to do. Yeah, everybody have their own opinions. So here we are. We're going with around a tablespoon of curry, and what I'll be doing as well, I'll go in with some scallion. 2 cloves of garlic I've crushed. Just a piece of ginger. Just leave it in the oil for a bit. Just mix it up. As you can see, the oil started to change color. So let that burn for a while. Let's mix this up. I don't want to get the curry too black, so here we are. We're gonna go in with our goat. Careful. The thing is now, you don't want to put any water in your goat meat yet. So what you're gonna do, let the meat serve for a bit. I don't know if it's a correct word or what, you know. Just let it start to spring its own juice for around maybe about 10 minutes and see what it looks like, if it needs any water. If it doesn't need any water, then you can let it cook down its own juice, but it's definitely gonna need some water. Yeah, because goat is gonna take at least an hour and 20 minutes to cook.
So here I am again, back to get my dough ready for the roti, or naan bread as some call it. I've got my mixing bowl, hands washed, nails clean and all that, so you know, got to keep the surface clean because we're going to be rolling our roti in there to get it spread out. So depending on how many roti you're going to make or how much people you're going to serve, you know, you can use 3 to 4 cups of flour. I'm not going to be measuring now because, you know, it's something I tend to do while I'm doing it, but you can use 3 to 4 cups of flour. So I'm going to go in with my flour, self-raising flour. You can, you know, best to use self-raising flour. And all you need is a little bit of salt, maybe half a tablespoon of salt. So that's my self-raising flour. I'm going to go in with my salt. Yeah, I think that's enough. That's enough. So I'm gonna add a little bit of baking powder. Don't need it, but I'm gonna go in just to give the roti a little bit of oof. So now I'm gonna go in with my hands. They're all clean and nails clean. I'm gonna go into mixing the salt and the baking powder in the dough, in the flour. Then I'm gonna go in my water, and I tend to use room temperature water. You know, it's best to use room temperature water. So you don't want your dough when it's to be too cold because you're gonna let it set for at least 20 minutes, half an hour before you actually go ahead and start making your roti or your naan bread. And with the roti, you don't want to do too much. Knead it like you need in boiled dumpling. You want to gently mix it in so it's nice and fluffy but smooth as well. You don't want it to be too tight, you know, when you're kneading the dough for the roti. There you go. My dough is nice and, you know, not too dry. So I'm gonna cover that with a bit of cling film. You can use a damp dish towel as well. So I'm gonna use a bit of cling film, cover it up, leave it to set for at least 20 minutes or so. Again, my dough is set for a while, about 20 minutes, 25 minutes. You know, back in Cook and Inspire kitchen doing my thing, getting my roti going. So I've got this tray. I'm gonna do my bowl and put it on there before I start rolling the roti. So I'm gonna go ahead and flour my tray so that my dough won't stick to the surface of it. See, dough is nice and smooth. So I'm gonna go and break off a bit. Depending on the size roti you're gonna make, you want something about that size or a little bit bigger. You know? You can always add a bit of flour so it won't stick to your hand as well. Yeah, about that size is quite alright. So I'm gonna go ahead and do it. Remember, I'm not the professional, you know. This is how mom taught us, how we saw mom do it back in Jamaica. You know, those veteran Indian ladies that was in the community of Jamaica who, you know, like to make the roti. They make the Highland roti or the dal roti and various different types of roti. So just trying to, you know, display the skill that we have learned and see them do over the years. So I think that's fine. So there you go. Go back in again. Yeah, and the roti, you know, you can have roti with anything really, but you know, it's nice with curry goat. It's very nice with curry goat, or split peas, which we call dal, or you know, the Indian food, you know, mango takari or pumpkin takari. But you can have it with that, whatever you choose to have it with, you know. I remember growing up as a child, Mom, we used to have a roti in the morning with either sardine or scrambled egg or whatever. That would be breakfast for the morning.
Yeah, man, them things nice and nice.
Yeah, man, you remember Garnet? Yeah, man, or some callaloo or something.
You know, when I used to do the roti as well, she used to fry it. I want you to fry it.
Yeah, you can fry it as well. Yeah, you know, the same process. You can fry it as well. It's very nice. You know, some people love it more when it's fried than when it's baked. To do your baked roti, you know, you need something which we call tawa. It's you know, my pan is over there on the stove.
Tawa.
The tawa, yeah, that's a tawa. Basically it's a flat piece of metal, you know, with a bit of angle where you can you preheat it on the fire.
You wanna say it, look?
You know.
Tawa.
Yeah. You can get this to buy from you know, the markets or the various stores around. You know. Sometimes when you go into Tawa, people say, "What's that?" So there you go. I've finished my dough. My balls.
So brother, how much roti that there? 7?
It's alright, man. You know, you have to share it. Cut half.
Good job, I never worry about it. Yeah, man. So if you come over here and look now, you see what I'm saying about the goat. You see all that juice that the goat produced before. It dries out. So if you look carefully, you can see all that oil surfacing at the moment. You know, as I said, the goat take around an hour and a half to cook. So you're gonna keep, you know, top it up with water. You don't want it to burn. So in this bowl, the same bowl as seasoning, I just put some warm water in there. Just shake the bowl out, you know, just to clean the bowl as well, and as well as get all those flavors out that leave in there. So we're gonna pour the water in, you know, and you're gonna keep doing this, repeating the process. Every time it goes down, you keep repeating the process. Top it up with some water, yeah. And you don't want your goat to be too soft as well. You know, you want it to be chewy. And you see, you can see the oil, and that's, so bring it up to medium heat. You see the oil coming up on the top now. So we're gonna let this simmer down again, and then we're gonna make it rest for around 2 minutes, and then take off the oil.
Now I'm gonna roll my roti. Garnet, can you just put my tawa on for me to preheat for me? You know, you put it on medium, preheat it for me while I'm rolling the roti. Yeah. Thank you. So I'm gonna flour my surface so that the dough don't stick to the surface. Remember, it's nice and clean, as you saw in the previous clip. So now I'm gonna start flattening my dough. The flatter you can get it, or the thinner you can get it, you know, it gives you a nice roti. That's my rolling pin. It's already clean. Put a bit of flour on it as well, and I'm gonna just spread it out a bit. Don't have to put too much muscle in it, but you know, that's enough to get it started, get it going.
It's not good already, still flat out, you know.
And remember, guys, I'm not a professional, so I might not get it quite round as some of you guys might be able to. Now this is what we call flapping the roti. While we do that, you stretch, the flour stretches to, you know, its maximum without ripping it. Hopefully I don't rip this one. So you do that to stretch it out. Repeat the process with all the others until you're finished doing your roti. A tower on the cooker is preheated. Now I'm gonna go in with a bit of cooking oil. I'm using a bit of ant oil. You know, I've got a brush there, but I don't want it, the bristles. You know, don't want the bristles to get all kink it up from the heat. So I'm gonna use a bit of hand towel and you know, as I said, this is how, you know, growing up you see our parents and, you know, the aunts and whoever doing it. Get my roti and I'm gonna drop it. Ooh, see?
Boy, that one look big, boy.
Stretched out a bit. Stretched out a bit. Get a bit carried away with the flipping. So yeah, there you go. Before you flip it as well, you put a little bit of oil on this side, the upper side. You put a bit of oil so it don't, you know, bake instead of doing what it's supposed to. You know, sometimes you see the roti with black marks on it. It's because you know, it's not been oiled or whatever. Some people like a little bit of black marks, but it's not a biggie. Repeat the process, you know, oiling it so it don't dry out too much. Yeah, keep an eye on that one from the Garnet while I go and do another one.
Yeah, man. Flip it over, man. Flip it over. Just flip it. Yeah, I do a good job still.
Continue the process until, you know, so the final roti coming off the tower, hot off the fire. You know, looking quite tasty. You know, you probably wonder why I fold it. That's how we normally do it. We fold it like that. You can leave it flat. We fold it and then we put it there until we're ready to serve. So there you have it. Final finished product. Roti.
You know, thanks to Garfield again for that roti. I'm telling you, man, it's not normal, you know. The thing is, I come from a cooking family. They love to cook. Yeah. And also I've got a sister down in Jamaica. She runs a restaurant. So if you're in Mandeville and the shopping center, you know, go and visit her. You know, sophisticated. Yeah, man, the restaurants to go. I'm telling you, the food and normal up there, so. Yeah, man. So if you're in Mandeville, Jamaica, pass through. Tell them say cook and inspire Garnet, Chef Garnet selling out there. That's my sister, yeah. She's on the shopping mall, on the food court. Can't miss it, brother. You know, food nice, you see? Yeah, man. So, I'm not gonna show you what I want. Here we are again. Curry goat is almost finished cooking. But if you come over here and have a look, I said to you in the earlier video about your goat springing a lot of oil. And if you look at this, you know, I've turned off my flame for around 2 minutes ago and leave it to settle. So what will happen, you see how that oil comes floating to the top. So what we'll do, we'll just get a spoon, you see that? Let me see now, put back the flame, put it on medium heat. And I'll be starting to cut my vegetables in a minute, but first, because I've skimmed all of that oil, my kettle is already boiled, so I just want to add just maybe a cup of water because it's not really finished cooking yet. And then give that a little. Right, so turn the flame down to low, let it simmer down. I'm just going to start to put my excess vegetables and stuff in my curry. So here we are. I've got a few pimento greens already. You know, let's crush them. You know, I'm just going to put everything in the bowl. So let me cut this up and I'll come back. In the curry, it's nearly done. It needs at least another 20 minutes to cook. And now is the perfect time to put your vegetable. So here we are with our vegetable, you know, curry, which is our onions and, you know, potato. And let's stir that in. The goat soon land. Yeah, man. So take a look on the curry goat. This is what I'm talking about. You see what I'm saying? There's no oil on top. All you can have is a nice thick gravy. And as you can see, the potatoes are still intact. The carrots are still intact. You know, and everything is nice. I've tasted it. You know, so it's basically finished. So I'm gonna turn off my flame now. Our curry goat and our roti is ready and served. Look how awesome that is. You know, so don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. So, when people so are going on, yeah man, we have to send out because the roti.
It look nice, brother. Look nice.
The roti ready.
Curry look whoa.
Roti curry. I can't tell you the
Man,
thing.
can't wait to dig into it, man.
So what do you think about this?
Yeah, man, it look nice, man.
Yeah.
Delicious, boy.
Yeah man, so people, can't wait to dig into this one, I'm telling you, brother. Hold on, man. Come taste it.
Look nice. Roti probably want man.
Yeah, man, come on, we taste the thing, man. Yeah.
Alright, so.
Let's dip down
I'm
like
gonna dip in
yeah, man.
roti and curry.
That's how we do it, man. Hand.
Yeah, the you know, the lick.
Wow. This is absolutely.
Oh, brother, nice.
Brother.